Very good morning, dear children. Dear children, today we are going to start our civics chapter 7, that is markets around us. Children, most of the time we go to market to buy many things. You might have gone with your parents and we buy so many things from market like vegetables, soap, toothpaste, masala, bread. Means so many things are there. Fine. So, markets around us, as the chapter suggests, we are going to talk about the markets around us. Fine, different types of markets. Fine, children. So, if we are going to make a list of what we go and buy from the market, the list is going to be very long, children. So, straight away talking, children, there are many kinds of market that we visit for our everyday needs. Now, children, these include shops. So there are shops also, there are hawker stalls also in our neighborhood market, or you can say there is a weekly market or a shopping complex is there, or you can call a mall is there. These are the places where we go and get some stuff. Fine, we go and buy things. So, children, in this chapter, we are going to study about these markets and we will just try to understand that how the things which are sold they reach the buyers, and who are the buyers and who are the sellers, and what sort of problems these buyers and sellers are facing. So, the first topic is, children, weekly market. So, children, this is the first kind of market we are talking. Now, children, as the name suggests, a weekly market is a market which is held on a specific day of the week. Like, for example, you just take example of this Sunday market, which is there in Gandhi Ground. Fine. So that's a weekly market, specific day of the week. Weekly markets do not have permanent shops, so you can't see any permanent shop in a weekly market. And moreover, children, see, traders they set up shop just for day, and then they wind up everything and they go back in the evening. Means they don't have any permanent shop. Fine, they can set up their shop at different place. The next day they might be they're going to some other place the next day. Fine. So there are so many markets, such markets in India. Fine. Now, here the people are coming just for their everyday requirements. Now, children, many things in weekly market they are really available at a cheaper rate. And why the reason? Why cheaper rate? Because there are no permanent shops, no permanent building. So, like no extra expenditure is there. Neither the one has to pay the rent of electricity or any fee to the government. So that's why they don't have these sort of expenses. So obviously the things which we buy are at cheaper prices. Now, children, in a weekly market, the shop owner store the things and they just sell at home. Fine. Now, most of time the family members are helping, means they are not hiring any sort of worker from outside. So that's why also they don't have to pay someone. So it means so they are easily taking out their expenses. And moreover, children, in these sort of markets there are no no competition is there. Whatever uh, whatever wherever the this customer wants to go, they can straight away go. So no such competition and no such high price. Fine, because see, you don't have to move your shop, where the same things may be available for more cheaply rates. So because the competition is not there, so that's why. And even the buyer is bargaining and they just bring the price down. So for that purpose also, here the things are cheap. But there is one advantage, and what is that? That whatever thing you need, they all are available at one place in a weekly market. Fine, whether you want to get a vegetable, grocery, cloth, whatever. So in the market you can get anything. Fine, everything you can find there, and you can just get everything at one place only. You don't have to go to different places to get something. People those who The people prefer to go to these sort of markets where they have a choice and a variety of goods. So they had a choice here and they had a variety of goods here. So that's why people like going to these sort of markets, and moreover, the prices are also less. Now, children, we will talk about the shops in the neighborhood. Now, in every neighborhood, you have some shops, a particular shop where you can go at any time. Fine. So, after just taking a look at a weekly markets, now we are shifting towards the second kind, and that is the neighborhood shops. Fine. So they are also, providing you with some goods and services, like in the morning you just go and buy milk from there, dairy products, groceries, stores, stationery, eatables, medical, anything you can go and get from there. And those are the permanent shops, and they sometimes they can be a roadside stall as well, like for a vegetable hawker or a fruit vendor or a mechanic, anyone. Now these shops, they are very useful to us because they are very near to our home, so we can go there at any day of the week. We can't, we need not to, go for any like fixed day. It's open every day in the week. Fine. And moreover, now this buyer and the seller, they both know each other, children. So even you can get the things on credit as well. Fine. And uh, you can pay for the, purchases afterwards also. So this is the advantages. Fine. And there are different kinds of sellers even in the neighborhood market, children. And they have permanent shops, and they sell their goods on the roadside as well sometimes. Fine. So that can be different. Fine. Then there are shopping complexes in malls. Fine. So the two kinds of marketplaces we have already discussed. Now we are talking about the urban areas. Now in the urban areas, children, people prefer to go to shopping complexes. Fine. Or the malls. They are the multi-storied, air-conditioned buildings, and they have shops on different floors, and they are known as malls. Now in these markets, children, you get branded as well as non-branded items. Now you might have seen, you have already seen in advertising chapter. Fine. Branded, what is brand? When, when some product has some name, it differentiate it from others, that is brand. Fine. So these branded goods are there, they are expensive also. And why? Because they are promoted by advertisement, better quality they have. So the companies that are producing these goods, they sell them through shops in the urban markets, and many times these sort of branded goods you can get only in the big showrooms. And children, the non-branded goods, they have, very few people they can afford to buy the branded goods because they are very expensive. After that, children, we have chain of market. Now children, see, goods, they are produced in the factories, or you can call on farms or in homes. Now you cannot go and buy directly from the place they are where they are being manufactured. Fine. Nor even the producer is interested in selling, small quantities of goods. So they just want to, sell the things in bulk. So the people between the producer and the final consumer, the intermediaries, they are known as the traders. Now the wholesale traders, they buy the goods in large quantities, and after that they sell it, in retail. Fine. So this way they also get some profit from that. Like suppose they get vegetable in quintals, you can say, and then after that they sell the vegetables in kilos. So the the traders are the intermediaries. They are buying, they are selling, fine, taking place, and they are the link between both. And sometimes they makes the things available even at far away places. So these are the traders which are finally selling the goods. Sorry, the trader is selling the good to the retailer, and the retailer is the one who's selling the goods to a customer. Fine. So all the things which are being sold in a weekly market or in a neighborhood market, they all come through the this trader. Every city, children, they have their own wholesale markets. Like if you talk about Ambala city, it's a it's Asia's number one wholesale market. So it's a very big market, and can very good to reach these places from where you can supply. The traders get supplied, and then they provide these bulk quantities to the retailers. Fine. So this way it goes on, and from those retailers we go and buy. Fine. Every whatever is there, they get in bulk, and they just store them in their godams. Straight away they go to the factory, the producing places. From there they get, then they store up, then they talk to the retailers, and then the retailers are the one who are buying, selling the things to the final consumer. Markets everywhere, children, markets are everywhere. You can't say that even your phone is also a market. You can buy anything anytime on your phone. Fine. So markets are everywhere. It's necessary that you don't have to go to market every time. Sometimes you place a order on phone also, sometimes on internet, sometimes the goods are delivered at your home only. Even the clinics and nursing homes, they also have their sale representatives. So means the everyone is just engaged in this market. Whosoever is engaged in the selling of good, fine, that comes under the market. So it's not necessary that only the shops are the marketplaces, but market is everywhere. The markets, the one we look above, fine, and we are not aware of that the markets are everywhere. Like we have large number of goods that are bought and sold on that we don't use directly. Fine, like farmers, their fertilizers they use, fine, for the growing the crops, and they purchase special shops in the city and get in turn to them factories. Car factory purchases engines. Means the thing is that many of the time you don't get everything available to you. Fine, you have to get different products from different places, and ultimately you have to make a final product. Like if you have to make a car, so the car factory had to purchase engines, gears, petrol tanks, axle, wheel, and all of them will be at under one roof. They all will be assembled, then only a final product will come out. Fine. So that's the way how it works. Market and equality. If you talk about equality, so is there equality also? So children, see, weekly market and shopping complexes, there is a lot of different people, they go to different places. whatever, like whatever money is available to them, how much they want to spend. Fine. So according to that only they go. Fine. So some have more capacity to earn, some have less capacity to earn, accordingly they go. So if you say that equality, so even shopping, if you are going to a shopping complex, there you are paying more, but you are given certain special facilities you are given. So accordingly it works. Those who can afford only the cheapest goods, they will not go to these malls and all, they will go to the weekly markets. Those who want to buy these branded things, they will definitely go to a mall. Fine. So these chain of markets, they are formed before goods can reach us. So these chain one after another. Fine. It is through this chain that we what is produced in one place reaches people everywhere. So something is prepared here and it is reaching far away, for that is just because of this chain of markets. When the something is sold, it is going to encourage the production and new opportunities are going to be created for the people to earn. So however, do they offer equal opportunities? We will try to understand this through a story in the next chapter. So we can't say that it's equality. We are just going to go through it in the next chapter, children. Thank you and have a nice day.